So not only do we have the leaks from the girls who were the original victims, I guess, the original accusers of Andrew Tate, the people who really got his house, his compound raided the first time, and really are the main reason why he's in jail right now. Also, with Eliza Blue as well, backing them and backing a lot of the other quote unquote victims of Andrew Tate. Eliza Blue has been one of Andrew Tate's biggest haters and one of the biggest supporters of the people who have accused Andrew Tate and trying to get him locked up for life. She's been really going hard on all the shows that she goes on, talking about how Andrew Tate is such a bad person. He's such a big human trafficker, and all these victims, they need vindication and all that other stuff. But Eliza Blue, ever since all these, documents got leaked with the conversations between the two girls who originally accused Andrew Tate that Eliza Blue has been backing, she's been really quiet on the situation. She hasn't mentioned Andrew Tate once ever since all that stuff went down. And I find that very convenient, how she was so adamant that Andrew Tate was a bad guy, that Andrew Tate deserves life in jail. All these other things that she was saying on all these podcasts that she was going on, she was so sure. And now that her victims got found out to be liars and frauds, she's completely silent. And also, it doesn't help that she also got found out to be a liar and a fraud as well. Pretty much her entire life story that she was telling everybody has a big question mark on it. I'm not going to say the entire thing is fake. I'm not going to say the entire thing is false. But a lot of it has a big question mark on it. Let's check out this statement from Andrew Tate, because not only do we have the leaks from the two girls who originally accused him saying that they set him up, it was obviously a frame job. We also have a statement about those two girls and about the entire situation. The first one from Andrew Tate. Let's check it out.
I understand the accusation against me, and I want to make it clear that I'm totally innocent. The girls never...
Also, this is a translation from Romanian, if you can't tell, so that's why it might sound a little bit off, like things that Andrew Tate wouldn't say, but it's just a translation, so that's why it sounds like that.
Send me any money. I send the money. Basically, I'm the traffic person in this case. I understand that there were discussions between the girls, but since I don't know Romanian, I don't know what the reasons were. I have seen and greeted Luana 3 times in my life, but each time at parties. My brother had known her for a long time, but I don't know what connection was between them. Georgiana is our assistant, and she cleans. I have no idea what's in my assistant's phone, my vet's phone, etc. It's none of my business. I read the file, and there are many missing links. The fact that I caught A in bed with another man, that she was always asking me for money, that she had several business ideas like a cafe, a beach club, and that she wanted to become famous on YouTube. As for her ideas, I told her to do what she wants, keep the money.
That's a very common thing with a lot of these women who end up doing these false accusations. They always want to be famous, they always want to be rich, and they'll just do anything for it, dude. Like, this person wants to be famous on YouTube. And I think she tried to extort him for money. Like, she was trying to, bribe him, extort him, just trying to get money out of him, like, the entire time. So it's very reasonable that she would try to take him to court after he said no multiple times. Maybe she got paid off by somebody else to do it. Maybe she went and got a new pimp and then she just wanted to, try to get some money on her way out by accusing him. Who knows? Or maybe she just wanted to be famous. She just wanted to be known as the person who accused Andrew Tate of being trafficked. Who knows? But it's obviously there's ulterior motives here other than just Andrew Tate was a bad person. Andrew Tate did this crime to me. There's obviously ulterior motives here. It's very obvious. It's obvious to everybody, it seems, outside of the Romanian government, and obviously a few weirdos on Twitter and on YouTube who just refuse to accept the facts of the case.
As I am busy. Most of the time she was in Romania, but I wasn't in the country. We have evidence that she used to blackmail men for money. Basically, any discussion...
He literally said, most of the time that she was in Romania, I wasn't even in the country. Like, that tells you right there that he doesn't really care that much about this girl, to keep her, for one, to keep her captive in the country. Obviously, he's not going to do that when he's not in the country. And she flew in on her own. He'll say that here in a second. She flies in on her own. He's not even here. He's not even in the country.
That could be characterized as negative with A was because she was always asking me for money. I knew her from London. She worked in a nightclub and had a drug problem. She told me she wanted to come to Romania, and when she came to Romania, I wasn't even in the country. I don't remember if I paid for her plane ticket. She lived in Romania for about 2-3 weeks. Later, she invited herself to live with me in the house, which I didn't agree to because I didn't want to ruin my...
So this girl flew to Romania, or wanted to fly to Romania. He doesn't know if he paid for her ticket or not. But she flew to Romania when Andrew wasn't even in the country. And she wanted to be with Andrew so bad that he asked her to live in the house with him, in his compound or whatever. And he said no. This girl obviously wanted to be around Andrew. She obviously wanted to get things from Andrew. And Andrew knew that going in. He literally said earlier in the statement that she is known for blackmailing men out of money. So if he knew that, obviously, you know, men make mistakes sometimes, dude. Like, beauty blinds us, you know, it happens. You know, we make bad decisions sometimes. But he said no to her living in the house. And he probably said no to giving her money. He probably said no to boosting her Instagram following, her YouTube following, because she wanted to be famous. You know, and she probably kept asking him over and over and over, can you make me famous? Can you give me money? Can you help me start this business, that business? And it was probably like, no, every single time. And then she just got fed up and she got either paid off, like I said, to turn him in, to falsely accuse him, or she just got so mad at him that she's like, let's falsely accuse this guy and we can get some money out of it. We can get some notoriety out of it. And also we can get payback on this guy that refuses to give me money.
My reputation in Romania. I then introduced Georgiana as my assistant and to turn to her for any problem she has, even though I knew what A did for a living and that she used drugs. I agreed to see her out of stupidity. It was the biggest mistake of my life.
He says it right there, dude. It was out of stupidity. It was the biggest mistake of my life. You know, men make mistakes sometimes, man. Beauty definitely does blind us. And he says it right there. It was the biggest mistake of his life because now he's in jail, falsely accused by a person that he knew had blackmailed men in the past. He knew had done some very shady things in the past. And she did, you know, this is all proven to everyone in the court of public opinion that she did it again. She blackmailed somebody else or tried to blackmail him, but he just kind of said no. And now they're in jail and they're going to be held there probably for the full 180 days that is allowed by the Romanian law. And the craziest part about all this is after these messages here, where they were saying, like, let's go frame him. And then they even had the messages after they framed him talking about how, you know, we're free to go. Like, they don't think Tristan or Andrew cares if they stay there or not. And they left. They went to London and they had brand new diamond bracelets, brand new bust down watches. They had brand new bags, brand new shoes. They were partying in one of the richest parts of London and they stayed there for months and months. So it's not like they were broke afterwards. It seemed like they got a random influx of money from somewhere. I'm thinking that they got paid off to turn in Andrew and Tristan, or to falsely accuse Andrew and Tristan. And I think that these messages here prove that. And also, this statement is actually really huge from Andrew because he's saying that she was known previously for doing very shady things. Like he said that, you know, what she does for a living is very shady. She blackmailed men in the past a lot. And he knew that going in. She's also a drug addict, apparently. She does a lot of drugs. She's just involved with very, you know, shady areas of life. And Andrew knew that. That's why he wouldn't let her come live in the house. That's why he didn't really want her around, but it seemed like she kind of like forced herself in. She's probably a good looking girl. I actually don't really know what she looks like that much. I've seen a couple of pictures of like the stuff in London where she was wearing new watches and things like that, but I never really looked to see like, you know, how good she looks or whatever. But, you know, it's definitely a downfall of men that we get blinded by beauty. We make dumb decisions based off a woman's beauty. And it seemed like Andrew did that. At least he didn't let her go live in the house. At least he didn't really give her money or anything. But I say at least, but maybe if he would have given her money, if he would have let her come live in the house, this would have never happened to him. So seemed like kind of a lose-lose situation. It's kind of the type of girl that you just have to say, no, stay away from me. I know like what you're capable of. I know what you've done in the past. You can't come around me because I know what's going to happen. And it seems like as soon as Andrew decided to let her even come around, that's when he was doomed, because no matter what he did from that point on, she was going to win and Andrew was going to lose because, you know, believe all women. He's accused and, you know, everybody wants him to be guilty. Everybody wants him to be guilty. So once he's accused, once he's in jail, it's unfortunately, it's just kind of over for him. But I also find it very amusing that Eliza Bleu is completely silent about Andrew Tate now. After all these statements are coming out, after all these leaked documents are coming out, proving that Andrew Tate is innocent, Eliza Bleu is just saying nothing other than Defango, I accept your apology. Like, it had nothing to do with Andrew Tate at all after she had been talking about him for years, or at least a year. You know, she's been talking about him for a while. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about the whole situation. What do you think about Eliza Bleu being completely silent on the Andrew Tate situation? What do you think about Andrew Tate's new statement? Let me know what you think in the comments about the whole situation.